Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome again to the latest ADM YouTube market update. This week, I'm joined by James Buckley, who's head of Soya for ADM Ag here in the UK. And sustainability and soya has been a really hot topic of late, and ADM have some really exciting stuff going on with that. And James has come today to give our audience an update and insight into what's going on. I mean, obviously, recent media reports, James, and the success of COP26. Perhaps you could give us a bit of insight into the areas that ADM are working on and how we're collaborating with end consumers to help meet their goals on sustainability.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Jonathan. So over the last, I'd say, 2 years, we've been coming together over the roundtable Responsible Soya with various industry participants. And through this forum, we've really gained a greater understanding of the customer's needs on sustainability. And in so doing, we've identified that deforestation and land conversion is a major piece of the responsible sourcing portfolio, and that's where our customers want a greater assurance, really. So that's where we're heading at the moment.
Okay, and I mean, obviously, legislation is changing. I mean, do you see the prospect of legislation coming in to outlaw imported deforestation and land use, and how's that going to affect sort of commodity risk?
Well, we're obviously very aware of current government legislation that's in the pipeline. We have a full suite of experts in our sustainability department in Hamburg, following it across Europe and also in the UK. The UK legislation is more pinpointing illegal deforestation and land conversion. And if I'm honest, that's where ADM have always been very strong. We've never allowed illegal deforestation or land conversion in our supply chains. We are actually pushing on further in terms of zero legal and illegal deforestation and land conversion. And that is more in line with legislation that's mooted across Europe at the moment. So UK, yes, very much supportive, but we're running a little bit ahead of the curve. And I imagine that UK will also do the same in the future.
Okay, so what's next, do you think, for sustainability and deforestation-free soya?
So up until now, the market's been very much focused on book and claim certification, and we're really getting the message now through our work on the roundtable and directly with our customers, is that we need a more physical supply chain in terms of sustainability, and that is where we see the next big thing, the transition to mass balance, really. Okay,
so what's stopped us from doing that already? Why hasn't it been already done?
So interestingly, there's a dilemma here, or rather a balance between price and the actual sustainability requirement. And of course, in the UK, we've traded mostly predominantly in the any origin soya space, which has meant that you give the trader, the shipper, the flexibility to deliver different origins in different countries. So of course, there comes the challenge when you're trying to lock down the provenance of the soya and give all those safeguards. It is a challenge to try and apply all of those requirements to an any origin soybean meal flow. Those are the issues, and actually, we've actually become very successful in applying that mass balance approach to our mass balance on the east coast of the country, where we've been working with our customer base there, specifically in the monogastric sector, the pig sector, and we've managed to implement a mass balance soya across the any origin that we supply. And we hope that we will bring more demand into that space in 2022.
I mean, in terms of other systems, I mean, have you witnessed any misunderstandings in this sustainability space? I mean, what sort of examples could you describe? I know it's a very complex piece with lots of different methodologies.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. Methodologies is the key. I mean, where the biggest misunderstanding I think lies is how we are proposing to deliver the sustainability that's on the table. So as already talked about, the book and claim side is very much a detached solution from the physical flow. So that's actually quite easy to grasp. I think where people have had the misunderstanding is over the mass balance, and when you talk about mass balance, you've got to think about it's a physical flow over a period of time whereby the tonnage entering the mass balance system is declared only if the equivalent or more of those volumes have been received into that system in the first place. So it's a snapshot of the physical flow that we are delivering. And I think that once people understand and accept the mass balance, I really feel that is going to be our next stage in the sustainability journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the exciting thing for us here at ADM is that we have a foot in every step of the supply chain, right from dealing with the farmers in US and South America, from the processing, from the shipping, and then the distribution in the end destination. So for supermarkets, for end users here in the UK, if they want to get a real grasp of what's going on in the supply chain, I think it's fair to say, James, that ADM are better placed than anybody else to be able to deliver that supply chain security.
100%. I mean, the depth of our supply chain really will help us. First of all, deliver, but second of all, maintain and also educate, myself included. It's been a long journey of education in this department and space. So long may it continue, and it's a very exciting time.
Absolutely. James, look, this has been a really interesting discussion. Hopefully it gives our viewers and some of our customers a bit of insight into what we're doing. As always, if you've got any questions or you'd like any more detail on what we've discussed in today's video, please reach out to us. Our contact details are at the end. Thank you very much. Thanks, James.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jonathan.